Hello, it is I, documenting the first stage of this pizza making journey. I am in the parking lot of Bradford Tops, which I think is where all great pizza making journeys begin, and I'm going to go get some supplies. The strategy is to fully wing it. There is no strategy, I'm just going to get what I think I like, and I'm going to put it on some pizza. So off I fucking go.
So we've hit the first problem. I really wanted to do dairy-free cheese. The only dairy-free cheese they have is in like slices, not shredded. So I'm gonna have to go with dairy cheese, which is upsetting me on my skinty journey. But off we go.
I got everything I needed, but it wasn't easy. I'm now stress eating some gummy bears because of that experience. And I want this on the record that I will absolutely never go into Bradford Tops again. And now it's on recording, so I can't go back. I also would like to say that I was just in Tops parking lot filming that. There's a guy in the car next to me, and he was watching me. And then as I pulled out, he like smirked at me. And I just want to say the life of a daily vlogger is like really, really hard. But, you know, I make sacrifices for my career. I have returned home. I have my things, including the gummy bears. And I'm just going to rinse off really quickly because I'm starving and I really want to begin devouring this pizza. Yeah, it's worth noting that I will not be washing my hair because I'll be washing it in the morning due to the event after work tomorrow. So when my hair still looks flaccid and gross like this in the next clip, I would like you to mind your business. Thank you. It's go time, baby. So, as all good cooking videos start, we are gonna start with a glass of vino. So first, this part's really important, so you're gonna wanna make sure that you're taking notes. First, you're gonna start with a glass. This is my favorite glass of glass. It has a long stem and a bulbous top. And so what I'm gonna do is go into my fridge, don't look in here, and I'm going to grab this very ritzy bottle of Yellowtail Merlot. Ooh, ritzy. And I'm gonna pour it into my glass. And the next thing I'm going to do is sip it and try to pretend that the traumatizing experience of going to Tops did not just happen to me. I feel better already. Okay, it's me. Let me recap you on some things that happened off camera just now. For one, I have prepped all of my ingredients. For two, I have put my apron on for protection. 3, I am preheating the oven. It is currently preheating at 400 degrees. So I'm gonna put my hair up and get started. But before we get going, I wanna clarify some ground rules. Basically, some things that I am not promising in this video. So the first one of those things is I'm not promising that this is the best pizza I've ever made. It's definitely not. I've for sure made better pizzas. I've probably made worse pizzas. I have cheap ingredients. It's a Wednesday. I don't know. This just isn't ideal conditions for pizza making, but I wanted pizza, and so here we are. So the first step is to remove this very cheap Tops dough from this bag and place it into this bowl. Step 1 complete. So the next thing we're gonna do is take a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, not a ton, just like a little bit, just a little bit, just a tiny little bit, and we're just gonna kind of, we're gonna kind of work it into the dough a little bit. Just get familiar with the dough, start to know the dough. Ask the dough about its day. Hi dough. How was your day today? Did you do anything exciting before I picked you up from the Carvel case at Tops? Did you have any family?
we just want to like talk to it and see what it says. And just kind of start to work our olive oil through it. I will say that in pizza making, the dough is traditionally my weakness. I'm not super great at forming it, rolling it, making it even, all that sort of thing. So we've prefaced with that. I'm not a professional pizza maker. This is something we all know. A little off-camera magic. I just grabbed some olive oil spray with which we are going to spray the pizza pan. And the next thing we're gonna do is sprinkle, oh my God, Billington flour, not sponsored. We're just gonna sprinkle a little bit of flour onto the pan as well. Not a ton because you don't want the flour to burn. Just a little bit so that it doesn't like totally stick and adhere to it. So that's what we've done here. And then we're gonna take our olive oily dough ball and we're just gonna pop them in the middle and start to work them outwards. Oh my God, you can't see what I'm doing. Flour, that is so rude. Excuse my son. He's new around these parts. Yeah, this part of my apron is really long, so like this isn't where this apron is supposed to be, but it's cute. It's branded, so it's gonna stay, okay? Before you ask, Holly, do you have a rolling pin? No, I don't. I did have a rolling pin, but I have recently been through a breakup in which some of my things, such as rolling pins and my salt, but not my pepper, were taken from me. I have since replaced said salt, but I have not replaced Mr. Rolling Pin. So we're just kind of gonna work the dough with our hands. I like to think that this is a more authentic way to do it. We don't really care if this pizza's pretty because we're the only one eating it. So nothing really matters at all right now. And we're just gonna kind of work the dough with our hands. I'm probably gonna stop recording now because this is a process that generally takes a good bit of time and you don't necessarily need to see all of it to understand the gist of how to make a pizza after your pound class on a Wednesday. So yeah, I'm gonna stop recording as soon as I get my hands about this dough, and then I will hit you back when we're ready to move on to some next steps. Aye. Okay, so we have our kind of misshapen little dough ball, and he's beautiful. So now we're just gonna kind of pinch the corners a little to make a little bit of a crust. To be honest, this step isn't uber important to me. It doesn't really bother me if like the sauce and the cheese and everything goes all the way to the end. I think sometimes it's the beauty of an at-home pizza. And the crust honestly isn't my favorite part. So I do this, you know, for the fans, for the aesthetic, but it's not the most important to me. So next thing I'm gonna do is take a little bit of garlic salt. I'm gonna put that on the crust. That's because I just think that, oh no, my hands are all oily and I have to open this jar. Lord, hang on. Okay, we're good. We got the jar open of this, again, extremely ritzy, very expensive, very artisanal Prego pizza sauce, pizzeria style. And we're just gonna start to dollop this bad boy out with a spoon right onto our crust. And we're just gonna work them around. Like so. I like saucy pizza, so if this seems like a lot, it might be to you, but it's not to me, so mind your business. Okay, so next, we've got 3 different types of cheeses here. We've got the pizza cheese blend, low moisture mozzarella, and low moisture mozzarella, but the thick kind.
So we're gonna do a mixture of these, starting with the pizza cheese. We're just gonna sprinkle that on. Usually I want it on the record that I would use like a nice buffalo mozzarella, but Tops did me dirty and they didn't have any, or if they did, I literally couldn't spend a single other second in Tops looking for it, so I didn't get any either way. And that's really all there is to say about that. And then I'm gonna finish this on the top with the thick crust mozzarella. I want this to act like a really nice, like cheesy blanket, if you will, over the top of all the other cheeses. And I'm just gonna fill in a gap, put that cheese down, and I'm gonna season. This is totally at random. These are just some seasonings I like on my pizza. We're gonna go with crushed red pepper. Just kind of shake a little bit of that on. Oregano, because I'm pretty sure that's like a law that you have to put oregano on your pizza. Like, I'm not sure, but I think it's a law. Italian seasoning, because pizza's Italian. Do you see where this is going? Basil. Because basil, this is like probably the worst video you've ever watched, but here it is. Pizza seasoning, because this is pizza. And yeah, and if that seemed like a lot, it really wasn't. They were like kind of tiny shakes. So what we've got ourselves here is a pizza. I'm actually gonna add a little bit more garlic salt because I like things really salty. Specifically focusing on the crust because I don't want it to just taste like plain old dough. So yeah, this is what it looks like pre-oven, and we're just gonna go ahead and pop it in. As far as timing goes, I'm gonna be honest, I completely eyeball it. I peek in my little oven light and see when I think that it's getting crispy and the cheese is getting melty, and then I just kind of go in for it, to be honest. So I don't really know. Maybe I should look at the time and then keep you posted on how long it takes. But I put it in at 425. So yeah, be back soon with the pizza. I'm gonna kind of clean up my stuff and go from there. Goodbye. Hello, it's me. I'm back with, you guessed it, a pizza. Oh my God. Okay, so let me switch views. How do I switch my camera? Hang on. Hello, it's me and the pizza. We're back for a taste test. I've grabbed this little tiny piece because I thought maybe if he was smaller, he'd cool quicker. So we're just gonna blow on him and then put him in our mouth. Okay, that really hits the spot. I'm not gonna say it's the best pizza in the world, but for someone who is craving pizza, I made it happen in essentially like 3 ingredients. And it's hitting the spot. Wow. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Would serve to someone if they were here. But no one's here because all my loved ones are in Tennessee. So yeah. It'll just be me here, enjoying my wine and pizza, editing this video, and living my best life. Thank you for joining me on this pizza journey, and I'll see you soon.